Well, good morning everybody from snowy Jermuk, a resort town in Armenia sitting at 2,000 meters up from the sea level. Today our main mission is to get back to Yerevan. I've seen some taxis for a ridiculously good price, so I think that's what we're going to do. But there's a waterfall here that's the second biggest in Armenia, so I think we're going to try and find that, although I can barely really open my eyes because of the snow. Let's have it. Well guys, I've just met some people from Kazakhstan. They're over there, I don't know if you can see them. 4 of them, all the way from Kazakhstan to come to Armenia. Obviously from the Caucasus you can easily fly to Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, places like that. So wow, how about that guys? This resort town is very popular. Obviously it was popular in the past and it still is for the people coming from the countries that were once part of the Soviet Union. How interesting. Первый вода здесь.
Да.
Водопад.
И Тигранишан, и Корвираб.
Хорвираб.
Потом Ереван.
И потом Ереван, да, это.
Сколько будет стоить, да? Все это нам.
30 тысяч стоит. Из этого?
Это шутка, хорошо.
Шутка, дробь.
Как это, не проблем. Да?
Сейчас?
Сейчас, пожалуйста.
Удачи, брат.
Удачи вам. Ну, надо банкомат.
Проблем нету, там есть банкомат.
Спасибо.
Давай.
So guys, we've come through the farmlands of
Гандеваз.
Huh?
Это место Гандеваз.
Gundivaz. Okay, so this place is called Gundivaz, and he's going to show me 2 monasteries, I think, and they're very old. So look where we're walking. We've got the valley here, and in that direction is Yerevan. So let's have a look. So that, like we saw in Goris, yeah, you're saying that this whole place is very, very old. That over there is a cave like we saw in Goris. People used to live there. How incredible. But imagine trying to stay warm and living here in the middle of Armenia when it's so cold and snowy. What? Это нормально?
Здесь был, но сейчас закрыт. Ты видишь крестики? Это в прошлом году были. Видишь? Все крестики. Здесь жили люди. Раньше жили люди. Не здесь прямо. Это все из землетрясения вот туда-сюда сделали это камень. Но здесь эти крестики означают, видишь, сколько крестики.
Okay.
Один крестик, один народ. Отсюда уехал. Отдохнули здесь.
Километры, скажи.
Не километр, не могу это сказать, сколько километров.
Не понимаю это. Ну, это место был
Это
для...
место был, который ты, например, хочешь пойти в Ереван,
Готовить
здесь
хлеб,
отдохнул,
здесь.
отдохнул, хлеб покушал, крестик сделал и пошел на дорогу.
Okay.
Видишь?
Basically, something about making bread here, and then we've got some sort of sign. To be honest, I don't really understand. Не понимаю всё, pero no интересно. Ah, it's a cross, okay.
Все крестик.
Right.
Видишь?
Da. So we've got
Видишь?
crosses on the rocks.
Видишь?
Ah, это монастырь.
Это монастырь.
Wow.
Видишь крестики все?
Okay. Все в сторону.
Все в сторону показывает монастырь.
Okay.
Эти крестики. Дорога показывает крестики, дорогу показывает монастырь. Где монастырь? Где есть такие большие крестики? Это один народ, это второй народ. Из grandfather, из grandmother.
Okay.
Понял?
Да. So the grandmothers and the grandfathers drew these crosses and they're all pointing in the direction of the monastery. Okay. Это понимаю. И это для...
Это просто люди сделали здесь. Я, ты, вот такие люди, шашлик-машлик сделали.
А, шашлик. Okay.
Покушали, отдохнули, здесь место такое. Очень старый монастырь тоже.
So it's a very old monastery there. Good. Как называется?
Гандеванг.
Gundivang. That's the one.
Короче, ты понял, здесь люди отдыхали, 2 ночи, 3 ночи покушали, отдыхали, спали, потом на дорогу.
Okay, now I understand better. Basically what he's saying is they didn't necessarily live here, it was more for like 1 or 2 nights and then they'd carry on this journey, maybe visit that monastery or even go all the way to Yerevan. So the grandmothers or the grandfathers of the people who lived here would come down here on foot, and then you can just see there's a waterfall there, and they'd come and they'd collect their water or whatever supplies they can find down here, and then they'd go back to the village, and obviously that's how they found their supplies.
Очень старый. Очень старый, да.
Well guys, you know it's old when you can see the roof and how the bricks are kind of cemented in. Obviously, unfortunately, this side has started to collapse. Very, very old monastery. Oh, here. Obviously, this is how you can see it's so old.
Видишь?
1906, okay. More than 100 years. 1906, there we go again, yeah. So guys, we've just stopped off here, but I think this is quite interesting. Look at that symbol there, that's the Russian letter basically, and that stands for Zhenshina, I think, which means woman. And then obviously you've got the M for whatever man is in Russian, something like, well, I don't know, I forgot. But anyway, this is what's really interesting about Armenia and really many places in the Caucasus. Okay, so this is the road to a very famous monastery. We won't have time to go there today, but as I was saying, look, you can't really see it here, but it literally reminds me of driving through Tenerife. How the lands, have a look at that. It almost looks volcanic in a way, but it literally reminds me exactly of Tenerife. So you've got the mountains, which are snow-capped, and then you've got the dry lands here, and there's many vineyards here as well. So obviously there's lots of wine in Armenia. Спасибо вам. Thank you. So guys, this is how you do it in Armenia. If you want to buy a bottle of wine, obviously you can go to the side of the road, and look how many people are just selling their homemade wine. So that's exactly what we've done. I had no idea which wine to choose. I didn't really look, to be honest, so I just said the most popular, but then after I realised that they had all sorts of different wine, like apricot wine and peach and all sorts. So it's in a nice used water bottle. So there we go. So look at the mountains here. We've got, this is the bus station, look, you can get your marshrutka from there. And then just on that little part we have, как называется? No problem. Okay, he's forgotten what it's called, but anyway. If you want to get up, you have to follow this road that loops all the way around. So there's one that's very, very popular, like I said back there, but you have to go down this road and it's quite far. But anyway, you've got that one there, sat on top. They always place the monasteries in the hardest place possible to get to. Don't know why, maybe it's because the hardest places to get to are also the most beautiful. So people, as you can see, this is the sign to say that you're entering this tiny, tiny village of Digranashen. And on Google Maps, it says that it's an exclave and this is Azerbaijani territory. Well people, you won't be able to see it on the camera, but over there you have Mount Ararat. The sun is just trying to break through the clouds, but unfortunately it's not going to be possible to see it. With the human eye, it is possible to see the peak, which is all the way up there, and then there's another small peak which is somewhere down there. And it's an absolutely huge dormant volcano, and it's said that Noah's Ark is buried somewhere in that mountain. It would be an absolutely incredible view, but obviously when travelling you don't always get it, and this time we can't see it due to the fog, but wow.